The Silent Tears of Uzoma, a tale of forgiveness and family. Uzoma and Osita's wedding was a grand celebration in their village. The sun shone brightly on the day they became husband and wife, with villagers dancing and singing in joy. Uzoma was dressed in a beautiful traditional gown, her smile radiant as she walked down the aisle. The ceremony was filled with laughter and merriment, but there was one notable absence, Uzoma's mother, who had been deliberately left out of the guest list. Uzoma's resentment towards her mother began years ago when her mother left her in the care of her father. Uzoma had never understood why her mother made that choice and held on to her anger. Her father, whom she despised even more, had been abusive, and his cruelty had made her mother's absence all the more painful. Months after their wedding, Uzoma and Osita welcomed their first child into the world. The new addition to their family brought immense joy, but also a great deal of stress. The sleepless nights and constant care required for a newborn overwhelmed them, adding strain to their once peaceful lives. Seeing Uzoma struggling with the new responsibilities, Osita suggested that her mother come to help. Uzoma's face darkened at the mention of her mother. She was reluctant and resisted the idea, feeling that it would be a further intrusion by someone she had no desire to reconnect with. After several discussions, Uzoma finally agreed to let her mother come for a short visit. She was still bitter, but she knew she needed help. Her mother, who had always been kind-hearted, arrived with a warm smile and open arms, hoping to mend the broken relationship with her daughter. Despite her mother's best efforts to make herself useful, Uzoma's discomfort was palpable. She kept her mother at a distance, and the atmosphere in the house became strained. The walls of their home seemed to close in with every passing day, and Uzoma's resentment felt like a heavy cloud over their small family. One evening, tensions reached a boiling point. Uzoma's mother was trying to cook dinner when Uzoma snapped at her, blaming her for making a mess in the kitchen. The argument escalated, but Osita intervened, trying to calm things down and ease the tension. He knew that the strain between mother and daughter was affecting their family's happiness. Despite the harsh treatment, Uzoma's mother remained patient and loving. She continued to help with the baby and tried to make herself as useful as possible. Her quiet strength and unwavering love were evident, but Uzoma's bitterness was a wall she struggled to break through. Osita, growing increasingly concerned about the situation, spoke to Uzoma in private. "Uzoma," he said gently, "I understand your pain, but your mother is here to help us. She is not the same person she was before. Please, try to give her a chance." Uzoma's heart ached at his words, but she struggled to let go of her anger. The wounds from her past were deep, and forgiving felt like an insurmountable challenge. One day, while cleaning the attic, Uzoma found an old, dusty letter hidden in a box. It was a letter from her mother to her father, written during the time her mother was living. Uzoma's curiosity was piqued as she read the heartfelt words, revealing her mother's sorrow and desperation. The letter detailed her mother's struggles, including the abuse she suffered at the hands of Uzoma's father. Her mother had left, not out of choice but out of necessity, to protect herself and her daughter. The revelation opened Uzoma's eyes to the pain her mother had endured and the sacrifices she had made. With a new understanding of her mother's situation, Uzoma began to reflect on her own actions. She realized how unfairly she had judged her mother without knowing the full story. Her resentment began to soften as she grappled with the realization of her mother's sacrifices. One evening, after a particularly challenging day with the baby, Uzoma sat quietly in the living room. Her mother came to her with a cup of tea and sat beside her. Without saying much, she simply offered the tea with a warm, understanding smile. The silence between them was filled with unspoken emotions, and Uzoma felt a small crack in her wall of resentment. Uzoma decided to approach her mother and apologize for her harshness. "Mother," she began, "I'm sorry for how I've treated you. I didn't understand what you went through, and I was wrong to hold on to my anger for so long." Her mother's eyes were filled with tears of relief and joy. "Uzoma, I have always loved you, no matter what happened. I am grateful that you are beginning to understand." They spent hours talking about the past, the pain, the hurt, and the misunderstandings. Uzoma's mother explained in detail the abuse she suffered and her decision to leave. She shared her hopes for reconciling with her daughter and building a future together. Osita continued to support Uzoma and her mother, encouraging their reconciliation. He spoke to both of them about the importance of family and forgiveness, helping to bridge the gap between them. His patience and love were instrumental in bringing peace to their home. As Uzoma and her mother worked on rebuilding their relationship, the atmosphere in the home began to change. The anger and bitterness that once dominated their interactions started to fade, replaced by understanding and compassion. To celebrate their renewed bond, Uzoma and Osita hosted a small gathering. They invited family and friends to join them in their home, marking the occasion with joy and gratitude. Uzoma's mother was warmly welcomed, and the family came together in harmony. During the celebration, Uzoma's mother revealed something unexpected. She had been receiving support from a secret source to help her during her difficult times. It was a gesture of kindness from a distant relative who had heard of her struggles. This revelation further deepened Uzoma's understanding of her mother's strength and resilience. With their relationship healed, Uzoma, Osita, and her mother settled into a new routine. They found joy in their shared moments, and Uzoma began to see her mother not as a source of pain but as a beloved part of her life. Uzoma and Osita reflected on the lessons learned from their experiences. They realized that forgiveness and understanding were crucial to overcoming past hurts and building a strong family. Their journey was a testament to the power of love and patience. The village watched with admiration as Uzoma and her family navigated their challenges and emerged stronger. They celebrated the family's unity and the positive changes in Uzoma's life. The community's support played a significant role in their healing process. As time passed, Uzoma and Osita looked forward to their future with hope and optimism. They were excited about the possibilities and the growing bond between them and Uzoma's mother. Their family was no longer burdened by past grievances but enriched by newfound understanding. To honor their journey, Uzoma and Osita started a new family tradition of reflecting on their growth and expressing gratitude. They used these moments to celebrate their successes and acknowledge the challenges they had overcome. Uzoma, Osita, and her mother continued to build a happy and loving family. They faced their challenges with strength and unity, knowing that their bond was unbreakable. As they looked ahead, they were confident that their love and understanding would guide them through any future trials. Moral lesson: forgiveness can heal even the deepest wounds. When faced with family challenges, embrace understanding and compassion to mend broken relationships and build a stronger, more loving family.
I hope you enjoyed the tale. If so, please like the video, comment, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more enchanting tales like this one. Goodbye.